You already know what time it is. It is also, how cute are my earrings? It is makeup time. I'm here at work early so that I can do my makeup here. I hate when that happens. All right, first we're going in with this. Now, I've been seeing people apply this and pressing it into the skin. I hate the way that feels, but we're gonna try. Anyway, what is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? Well, not a whole lot. This weekend, George and I are going to do a bit of going on a road trip to see my sister. It's her birthday on Saturday, so we are going to be going and visiting her at her new place that she's been at for like a year, almost a year I think, but we just haven't yet had the opportunity or the time to go and see her. She lives like 5 hours away. It's like a 5-hour trip, fairly short. It's 5 hours or maybe 4, I don't know. We're both taking Friday off. Friday morning, we will be leaving early to go and see her. Tomorrow, so it's Tuesday today. Tomorrow I have to go into town to get the rest of her birthday presents. You know what's funny? Like this year will actually be the year that like I get her like proper birthday presents. Usually I've like not really been in a financial position to, neither of us have been in financial positions to get each other gifts. And it's funny because usually I'm like the type of person, like if I'm gonna get someone a gift, like in my mind, like it has to be extravagant, even though that's not the case like at all. I don't know, I just think like that people deserve expensive things, but it's like also like what extravagant things would I get her? I don't actually know. So this year I actually have a really good idea of some like little bits and pieces that I can get her that, I mean, we're obviously like already staying. Yeah, so I've lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was saying, but that's fine. Anyway, so I'm thinking I might vlog a little bit of while we're there. We are just gonna do some like cute wholesome things while we're there, and we're just gonna go to like the zoo. It's not like a very big zoo, I don't think, but she's got some free tickets, so we'll go to the zoo. She lives on like this like farm, and she has so many, like, she really is just living her best farm life. She's such a farm girl. She has 3 dogs, 2 of which are new additions to the family, so I haven't met them. She's got 2 cats who I haven't met yet. And then her and her partner have got like a bunch of chickens. A bunch of chickens and ducks. They've got a turkey. Yeah, so farm life. And they live, like where they live, like it gets really cold. Like they live out west. So I don't know, I'm just really, George and I are really excited for like a getaway and just have like family time. Like we'll play a bunch of board games. We'll cook and eat some good food. Go out and have some dinner. It's just gonna be a really good time, and we always like love spending time with my sister. We're very, very close. Even George is close to my sister as well. They get along really well. So I've also been playing a lot of like, just for fun, like filming myself playing a lot of like Roblox games, and it has been literally so much fun. And I've just been posting those videos over on YouTube. So one's just actually gone up today, just because like, I just want to see what the hype's all about. You guys know I love Dress to Impress. I've also been, George and I got our old PS2 up and running. I went and got a Bratz game. And if you are around the same age as me, then you know exactly what I mean when I say that Bratz, Rock Angels, Bratz Forever Diamonds, PS2, just Bratz in general was like my childhood growing up. And it's just been so nice, like of a night time after dinner, after I've showered, to just like get cuddled up in the spare room where I've set up the PS2 and just play the game. And it's just been so nice to like get back in touch with my inner child that way. Just like all the old songs on like the soundtrack, it's just so nostalgic, and it's just felt really, really good. And it's just like got me thinking, like I've always been like a gamer girl. Growing up, like I grew up on The Sims, so like Sims 2 was like my thing. I remember when I was 8 or 9, I was in grade 3 and 4, I was in a composite class, and a lot of my friends were in the year, like they were in year 5. And so I had 2 close friends, and they were both really into The Sims. So they introduced me to it, and I was just like, whoa, like what? I even remember like my mum had a friend whose daughter was a couple years older than me, and I went over to their house once, and the daughter was playing The Sims 1, and I was like, what is this game? And I was just so fascinated by it, and that was it for me. It was over from there. I was just sitting there watching her play it. Anyway, then my Sims introduced me to my friends. My friends introduced me to The Sims 2, and then I remember begging my parents, like, please buy me The Sims 2, please buy me The Sims 2. I remember my dad took me into, if you're an Aussie, my dad took me into EB Games when I was like 8 or 9, and I think he was looking at like PlayStation 2 games or something, and I was looking at The Sims games, and I was like, oh my god, Dad, please can you get this for me? And he was like looking at it, and he was like, oh, like this, I think I'd picked up like The Sims 2 Nightlife, and it was an expansion pack, obviously. And I did not know what that was. And he's like, oh, this isn't like the game, like you have to buy the main game first, and then you can, and then like that one. And I was like, oh, please. He's like, not right now, like, you know, maybe like another time. It was not today. And I was like, okay. And then I'll never forget, he surprised me with it. I can't remember how long after, but I think it was pretty clear to him that like I really wanted to play it. And I'd always loved it. Like I'd always loved playing on the computer, like on his computer, like going online and like playing games. Who remembers the game Stardoll? That shit was the air that I breathed, to the point where like when I didn't do my homework or when I got in trouble or something, like my dad would ban me from playing it. Banned for a week. And I would like, when he went to work, I would like beg my mum to let me go on the computer, and then like I would like delete the browser history. And then my sister would like dog on me. But like, yeah, Stardoll was my shit, which is like why I love Dress to Impress so much. And like, it's just giving like Bratz and like Stardoll. And I remember I used to play this like online game when I was a bit older, maybe when I was like 11, turning 12. It was this online game called Zwinky. I don't know if anyone remembers that. It was like, I used to love like dressing up. It was like Club Penguin vibes, but like avatars, and you could like dress them up and like play different games in there and like talk with people, and it was so much fun. And like Habbo Hotel, like that was my shit. But going back to like Sims and stuff, I just grew up like playing games. And then when I was a bit older, like I've always played The Sims, but when I was a bit older, my first boyfriend, actually when I was 11, I discovered World of Warcraft, and I had no idea like what I was doing or anything, but I had like found it online, and I had like downloaded the free trial, like the 30-day trial, and I just remember like walking through like Elwyn Forest, and like I remember I was a warlock, and like that was like the first like character I chose. Yeah, it was the first thing I chose, and I was just so like fascinated, and like the music and like just the vibes were just so like, I'm an RPG girl through and through. Like I just am. I always have been. And I just remember being so fascinated by it. And then some years later, when I met my first like proper long-term relationship, he was really into WoW. And so I was like, oh my god, this is so nostalgic for me, because like I'd always wanted to like go back and play it, but like I just could never afford, like I was young, and like I just never got around to getting like the expansions. And so that's when I really got into WoW. And so like for 6 years we would that was our life. Like we just played WoW all the time. And like in the school holidays, I remember we would just like, I would stay at his house for like the 2 weeks, and we would play with like his younger brother, and like the three of us would just like level up together. And when you could like, you know, you would get double XP from like when a friend would sign up. And yeah, and then so when we broke up after some years, all my characters were like on his account. So I got my own account, and just over like the last 7 years I would just play it sporadically. But you know, being an adult and stuff, and you know, I didn't like know much, and I know some, right? And I can like play it by myself, but like seriously, like getting into it, it's really hard for me. Like I don't know all the ins and outs. I would just really just play it like for fun. Like I would get so much, I would have the most fun out of like leveling up characters. And you know, like I wasn't really a huge raider, but like I would do the raids just obviously for like, you know, to like my item level and stuff like that. So I know very like basics, like very, very, very basic. And I would just love to like, I don't know, like I just miss it so much. And then a couple of years ago, I got into The Witcher 3, that game. I think I have like almost like 300 hours played on that. on my PS4. It is just my favorite console game I've ever played, like ever. So with all of this, my point of this conversation is I would love to start streaming. Like I would love to just be a variety streamer, like, and just for fun, like I would just love to stream every now and then, or, you know, even if it's more, you know, like I would just love to sit here and talk, right? Do my hair, do my makeup, get ready for the day, yap, and then like play some like games, whether it be on Roblox or whether it be some Witcher gameplay, whether it be The Sims, whether it be WoW, like, oh my God, I would just love to do that. Like I'm a Switch girly, I just love games, and like especially games that are like nostalgic to me. So yeah, I would love to start streaming, and I think, but for some reason, I'm really apprehensive about it. I'm really like, I don't know, like I have no problem like making videos, making content. Like I've made content like since I was a teenager, right? Like I used to do like makeup, like beauty YouTube tutorials, and I got like 1,700 subscribers on that account, which I now use as like my lifestyle account. You know, TikTok, like I used to have a tarot TikTok account. You know, I've always posted like singing videos on like my singing channel. Like I love sharing my interests and what I do like on camera, and like sharing it. Like that's never been an issue for me. But when it comes to like the idea of like starting to stream, I'm like, what? And I think because I don't have a following when it comes to like this account and like what I post here, and like being that variety person, like that lifestyle content, I'm like, I don't want to get on like the Purple app and be streaming to no one, even though like I wouldn't have a problem with streaming to no one. Like I don't want to, I don't know, I don't really know what I'm saying. For some reason I'm finding excuses, and for some reason I'm apprehensive about it, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the idea of like doing that and like putting myself out there in that way is so close to home. Like it's my childhood. It's like the things like I've never shared. I tell people, yeah, like I like gaming, and you know, but that's not been like my thing. Like I'm not being like a gamer, even though I would consider myself like in my own life and like my own self, like I would consider being a gamer like as part of my hobbies and identity. Like I would consider myself that way. I don't know, but like that is part of my life. So I guess it could just be like a fraction, or like it could just be something that I incorporate as part of how I show up here, I guess. So yeah, I just don't know whether I should maybe once a week just start, like make that part of my thing where I stream maybe on here on TikTok. And then that way I'm sort of like establishing myself as like, hey, like this is like sort of what else I like to do. Sort of like, you know how ShunXO, right? This is like going way back, like beauty YouTubers, right? She streams on the Purple app. I don't know if she still does, but she would also like, she would do like get ready with me streams, and then she would like play Overwatch. She loves Overwatch, and that's just something else that she does. It's just another facet of who she is. I'm getting my eyebrows done tomorrow, and I am literally so excited. Like they're shocking. The thing is, like, I would love to like just start streaming, but I also don't have a PC at the moment. I would love to get a PC, but I don't know what kind, like that whole like the whole like what kind of PC do I get, like what specs do I need, like that's just really overwhelming to me, like having to research that and figure out like what I need. And because there's so many different options, I'm like, what the hell, like where do I begin to look, like what do I choose? Also too, we just don't have the space for it. So like anything that I have been playing, like when I post like my YouTube, like my Roblox content, that's just like literally on my iMac. To do like Sims content and stuff, like I need to get like a hard drive and have like play it from the hard drive, which is something I don't know how to do. So if any of you guys know how to do that, or have any suggestions about how I should start or getting set up, I think there's just like a lot logistically that I would need to sort of wrap my head around in order for like not necessarily a setup, because I can make do with my MacBook as long as I have that like everything on a hard drive. And then obviously I'm limited to like what games I can play, but that's okay, we can make our way there. But I've wanted like a gaming PC for that long, literally for so long. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, please do let me know. I don't know, I think it's just time that I start sharing more of who I am and what my interests are. When I am in these like ADHD hyperfixations, like, oh my God, like I go through seasons, I'm like, oh my God, really loving makeup content, really want to start making makeup content again. And then I go through phases where I'm like, oh, I just want to vlog, like I just want to be out and like show my life. Or then I'm like, oh, I really want to game. Like, I don't know, it's like certain months, certain seasons, I'm like, and it's springtime is always like gaming season for me. I'm always like, yes, like I just want to game. And I think it's because I have the fondest memories with gaming in springtime. Okay, I think today I can get away with some cork because I am wearing brown. Then that's literally it. Can't forget this. I kind of just want to do a slick back. I'm watching Katie B stream at the moment and she's playing Fortnite. I just wish that I could be a Fortnite girly. I wish I could be an Overwatch girly, a Fortnite girly. I'm just not good at those games. How do you become good at those games? I will say though, Marvel Rivals looks fun. I think I'm happy with that. It could be better, but look. Let's put these earrings back in. Cute. Anyone else with a widow's peak, how do you deal with that?